Hi students, today I will take you to the complete step-by-step process for how to reach your dream destination in a foreign country. So the step one is you need to understand or you need to discuss with your parents. Like parents are the most important decision makers in India for your higher education abroad, because higher education means it's a cost. So cost decision is always made by our parents. So as you all know, India, we have a lot of middle class population. So we need to understand our parents' financial stability to decide which country you need to look. Okay, when you start, you need to discuss with your parents. That is, this is what I want to study. That is called course. Course is most important for your destination to decide. If you are deciding on a particular course like physics or chemistry or a science, because generally the courses or Indian students go abroad for courses on science, engineering, technology, management, mathematics, okay, fashion and culture, like language courses. These are the most important preferred courses for Indian students who go abroad. So for this, you are where you fit. For example, if you are an engineer, engineering, again, you will come across steps like, are you an electronic engineer, are you a computer science engineer, mechanical engineer, or a civil engineering, or a textile engineering, or a chemical engineering, and then drop down under electronics. What do you want to study, like nanotechnology, or a circuit designing, or automation, robotics, microelectronics. So this is a level of micro analysis that you need to do when you decide on the course, because this micro analysis will help you in deciding the specialization of the course. Similar way, when you think of like any country that you decide, that is called course. After that course, it comes as a country. When you're deciding on the country, you need to understand whether the course that you're selecting does has a scope, does has a job opportunities, does have a development in that particular field. You need to understand this. Next thing is the cost, most important things. So the cost, when you decide the tuition fees, then what are the scholarships are providing? Are there any scholarship that is providing by Indian government, or there is any other scholarships provided by their country, local governments, or a bigger the state government or a national government? Are there any kind of agencies? There are many NGOs between India and foreign nations. They fund for the research projects. If you have any good projects on you, so you can think on that as a scholarship. This will help you to reduce your cost of education in any country. So you need to decide on these factors to decide a country. And also you need to understand deciding country's visa, how easy to get, how difficult to get, what are the stages that you need to look into it. That's another thing. Then comes as a financing part. Most important is a financing, funding. So when you think of financing, is your parents funding, or you are going for an education loan or a sponsorship? So you need to understand what is the budget is required for any student who is aspiring to go abroad. Budget means you need to calculate what is the tuition fees, what are your accommodation charges. Do you need to provide any kind of what you call advance payments to the accommodation, or what are the living expenses like transportation, your telephone expenses, your insurance, your flight tickets. Flight tickets means how many times you want to come to India, once a year or twice a year. You need to calculate all these things for the budget. Once you calculate this budget, once you finalize the country, once you finalize the course, then comes as universities. Always decide three level of university things. One is a dream university, one is acceptable university, and a safe universities. These are the three level of universities that you need to shortlist while applying for the universities. So once you decided on your budget, finance, what all things are included in your budget, so the next step is you need to select the universities. Any country you decide, you need to understand. One is a dream universities. Dream universities, generally students will think on Ivy League, like top universities. Second thing is an acceptable mediocre universities that you need to select. Next most important is a safe universities. If not in these two, at least I should be able to reach these universities. Like this, you need to make a basket of universities. So once you make a basket of universities, then you need to cherry pick kind of things where you need to understand, okay, I will select 2 dream universities, like 4 universities, then 5 safe universities. So whenever you decide to apply to any country, make sure you make a list of universities that is in between 5 to 10 universities, because we never know what goes wrong in our application process when you do apply to the universities. Once you make this, you need to understand how many intakes are there. Like, do they have one intake every year or do they have 2 intakes? Which intake the dream of your course is available. For example, in one university has like March intake has your course, but you're not able to apply for March, so you need to change the course list, university list again. So like that, you need to understand, you need to make a proper list of 5 to 10 universities of your interest, of your dream course and a dream destination or a dream study country. Okay, once you do this, make sure what are the application deadlines, what are the documents required, and how you want to arrange all these documents. You need to understand what are the documents required for this process. Then this documents, there are few documents you need to get it from your previous university or a college, because there are many colleges which are affiliated to universities. There are many students who pursue their bachelor degrees and deemed universities. So in this line, you need to understand what documents you need to get it from your college or university, like letter of recommendations, your transcript, your degree certificate, or a bona fide letter, or a medium of instruction. Then comes the most important part is you need to get your letter of motivation. That is most important. Every student does mistake in letter of motivation because they'll do a copy and paste. Don't ever do that, a copy paste, prepare your document, because you are unique when compared to other student. So in this line, you need to understand what is required to write a statement of purpose or letter of motivation, and also your resume. Most important is resume. We just follow our placement office resume and we continue till our last day of the process and all. So don't do that. Prepare a unique resume. You need to understand what all things is required in that resume while applying to a certain countries. For example, you are applying to Europe. There is a Europe Pass as a documented website where you can fill all your details and your resume will be ready. So similar way, there are many websites, so you can look into it. Okay, this is called document preparation. Once documents are prepared, you need to start applying. Any university, when you do an application, when you complete the application, when you receive a acknowledgement from that university, you need to wait minimum 2 weeks to 8 weeks of time to get a reply. If there is any kind of mistakes in your documents, they will definitely let you know. They will not refuse based on the mistakes in your documents. They will definitely request you to provide if any documents are missed. So you need to understand that. Okay, and also you need to understand what are the entrance exams that they are looking. In Europe, there are few countries they don't require any kind of entrance exam. If you are looking for Germany, Netherlands, you need to write IELTS. So don't forget that. If you're going to UK, you need IELTS or you need a medium of instruction. If you are going to US, for your masters in a technical course or a STEM courses, you need to write IELTS as well as GRE. GRE is a graduate record exam. IELTS is International English Language Test Score. Or there are many students who will be aspiring to do your MBA, Masters of Business Administration. When you are thinking of this, you need to write GMAT exam. You need to score minimum score in between 660 to 760 to get a good, decent business school or a top universities. Okay, this is about documents, preparation, application, doing process. Once you complete your application, the moment you get an offer letter, that's an exciting part of the whole process. That's like you won the case, or you won a game where you won against somebody you are playing with the hockey or cricket or anything. So that's a life-changing stage of your study abroad. Once you get an offer letter, please go through each and every conditions that they have mentioned in your offer letter. That is most important. After that, you do the payment. Fee transfers, you can do it via Flywire, you can do it through, there are options through credit cards, you can do through banks, you can even take a help of Forex agencies who has 82, 81 license, so you can take their help and transfer the fees. Once the university receives your documents of a fee transfer, details and everything, they will issue a unconditional offer letters. In US he called as I-20, in UK it is called as unconditional offer letter. Every country has a different names for these things. The process remains same for all. After you receive these documents, you need to process for your visa. In visas, you need to understand what are the documents required, what are the financial requirements of that the consulates are requesting. Go through the visa checklist properly. Understand each and everything of the, because don't do any mistakes in this visa document. This is the most important and the last stage of your study abroad or your overseas education. So you need to understand, you need to be very careful in doing this. Okay, once you submit the visa, again they will take their course duration of time to do it. Okay, in France they will go for campus France interviews. If you are going to Germany, the recent update is called APS certificate is required. So this is an additional thing that you need to take additional time for this. Okay, after receiving the visa, you need to start your pre-departure activities like shopping, packing and everything, immigration interviews, immigration rules. You need to prepare yourself for the immigration. Once you're done with your flight tickets, before traveling, make sure you are connected to universities, you are connected to your seniors if you have known people there, and also book your accommodations for initial days in case if you are not able to find a right accommodation upon your landing. Okay, so in this whole journey of your study abroad, if you are facing any kind of difficulties, you can contact us anytime. Okay, even post admission also, only for the visas also you can contact us. Even if you've done the application and you're stuck in between, yes, we will do this kind of application engineering and we get your things done for your things. So don't forget to contact us if you're facing any kind of difficulties in your study abroad journey. Do contact us. Our contact numbers are in the description, and you can write us an email also, and do connect with us on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube channel.